Yos! Ore, Anime James and Games here, giving you some new gameplay footage of my Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles. So, judging from this picture, you're probably wondering why my character in Pokemon Moon is actually a female character. Well, while I pre-ordered Pokemon Moon, I kind of decided to do something more different than just having different Pokemon team for the story mode in Pokemon Moon. So I decided to make my character a female character, and therefore my gender bender was born. So, here in my Pokemon Moon team, I'm sporting two Pokemon that are from my Pokemon Diamond and Pearl days, which is Empoleon and Garchomp. And in this battle, Mega Garchomp actually comes in pretty handy with full Sand Force. Well, Sand Force isn't really used. I just wanted to be a little bit punny there, although that was not funny. But anyway, here goes. Okay, so for this battle, I'm not sure what Pokemon I should start off with. First I started off with my two cannon because I wasn't sure what Pokemon they were going to start off with. So I decided to start off with my two cannon, which knows U-turn, and I wasn't sure if they were going to swap into their Lycanroc because I thought they might predict the Bullet Seed, so I went with a U-turn. So obviously I should have went with the Bullet Seed, but still I was able to get rid of this Lycanroc with my Empoleon. This Empoleon is actually a mix set. It knows Aqua Jet, Surf, Ice Beam, and for some reason I kept Rock Smash on it. Back in my Pokemon Diamond and Pearl days, this was my Rock Smasher. And so I defeat the Lycanroc, and out comes the Decidueye, and it goes for the Spirit Shackle, and I decide to go for a Ice Beam. And I was actually kind of surprised that my Empoleon survived the Spirit Shackle, because my Empoleon is not very defensive. In fact, it has a mild nature, and it is not EV trained or has any IVs and defenses. So I get the Ice Beam on it. I'm hoping that at least an Aqua Jet could take out the remaining HP, but unfortunately it does not. And so down goes my Empoleon. This Empoleon is actually specially defensive. It's mostly got EVs in special defense, so it holds the Assault Vest. And out comes my Garchomp. Now, before I sent this Garchomp into Pokemon Sun and Moon, I move tutored it Iron Head so I could get rid of the Ice types and Fairy types. And so here's where I thought that they might swap into their Mimikyu, but they don't. And now out comes the Ninetales. I'm not sure if this is like a timid Ninetales, but somehow my Garchomp outspeeds it. And I was kind of afraid that my Garchomp actually wasn't gonna do good in this Wi-Fi battle, because a lot of people tend to think that Mega Garchomp is kind of garbage. They go with the Choice Scarf, but my Garchomp is actually really useful in this. That's because he has good IVs in speed, and I EV trained him in speed too. Now here I go with an Iron Head on the Mimikyu, hoping that maybe it would flinch, and it does. Just for you newbies out there, just because Mimikyu's disguise ability doesn't give it doesn't get damage from any attacking moves, it does not protect it from any status moves like burn or flinch or yeah. But anyway, out comes the Talonflame. It goes up with a Steel Wing, and my Garchomp is actually really bulky, so I go for a Dragon Rush hoping that it hits, and it does. And the Talonflame is gonna go down in this next turn, and it's gonna give out the Brave Bird for one last hurrah. And luckily my Garchomp is still pretty bulky, but I'm actually gonna switch out after this next turn because out comes its Gyarados, and it's an Intimidate Gyarados, so it's gonna cut down my Mega Garchomp's attack. And so I'm gonna swap out to my Nebby, my Pokemon Moon Nebby. It's a special attacking, what is it? Lunala. The Gyarados, it goes for the Waterfall, And I'm hoping it doesn't flinch after this next waterfall. I think this Gyarados is a choice scarf. So I go for the Moon Guy's beam because it doesn't flinch. Because my Nebby doesn't flinch. And it doesn't really kill. It just knocks it down to like the red part of its HP. And so it knocks down my Nebby. And here's where I try to think of what Pokemon to use. So I decided to swap out to my Toucannon, and it knows Beak Blast. So I have it charge up the Beak Blast because I'm pretty sure it was gonna just spam Waterfall, and it does. But luckily, my Toucannon is bulky enough just to survive the Waterfall and not get flinched. And down goes the Gyarados. And that is going to be the game. Alright, so I want to thank you guys for watching. I know this Wi-Fi battle was a little bit shorter than the others, but you know, Wi-Fi battles are still pretty fun, even though if they're short. So I hope you all enjoyed that, and I hope to see you all next time in my next Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battles. Later!